Hey everybody, Josh Sayertson of World Alternative Media here, and as countless propaganda arms of the government, centralized social media sites ban crypto ads, apparently believing we all need a nanny, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, is more on the Bitcoin bandwagon than ever. Now, there are a lot of big name investors getting involved in cryptocurrencies, and it would be crazy for them not to get involved when the stock markets are bubbled and the fiat central banking system is cracking at the seams. They have to save their own putts and adapt. Alongside Jack Dorsey are people like Peter Thiel, Jamie Dimon, Mark Cuban, even George Soros. As Twitter joins the ban of crypto-related ads alongside Google and Facebook, who has pondered integrating crypto, one has to wonder why they would do such a thing while Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey endorses Bitcoin, buys a bunch of it, and even wants Square, the mobile payment app, to use Bitcoin. Well, probably for the same reasons the South Korean justice minister spread fake FUD about Bitcoin in January, claiming it would be banned, causing it to fall into a tailspin. Then, once low, bought up like crazy. The ad ban vastly affected Bitcoin as a Bitcoin core team set their priorities straighter than ever with almost no transaction fees and both SegWit and Lightning implemented on the mainnet. People like Jamie Dimon attacks crypto but buys it. Soros attacks crypto and buys it. Mark Cuban attacks crypto and buys it. Government attacks crypto and they buy it too. Jack Dorsey's company attacks crypto all while he invests a ton of money in Lightning Labs, which is a startup company, one of 3 companies creating what some might call the checking account to Bitcoin saving account in the Lightning Network. As the future moves forward and the dying days of the central banking system are upon us, these investors would be crazy not to ride the wave. They can go kicking and screaming, or they can attempt to save face. The crypto ad ban on social media sites are basically the establishment telling you that you're too stupid to make your own decisions, and so they will stop you from seeing crypto ads. Now it's true. Most ICO ads are for complete scams, but when we depend on Facebook, Twitter, and Google to tell us what we should and shouldn't do, we are dependent on a centralized authority that benefits from our subservience. So keep that in mind. We are in a pretty epic bear market after seeing 20x rallies to the moon with Bitcoin in the past year. It could last another week, another month, perhaps 2.5 months. But this is quite healthy for the market and allows us to stand back and examine exactly why we're taking part in this monetary revolution. Not to make insane money every day, but to take down the global central banking system and make governments obsolete. Yes, governments are desperately trying to regulate and tax cryptos, but this is a temporary problem, which is overall unenforceable long term. Now, as I try to make note of as much as possible, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain, and digital currency may all have fundamental similarities, but they are not fundamentally the same. When you see central banks saying they want to release their own cryptocurrencies, like the recent test run in Singapore and Canada intend to try, or Fedcoin at the Federal Reserve, or Britcoin at the Bank of England, they are talking about a centrally planned cashless system, much like India and Sweden are championing. This is not the same thing as a decentralized competing currency, free market based in scarcity, demand, and application. Instead, this is a centralized debt-based legal tender system that enslaves people to the banking system where you're tracked everywhere and your wallet can effectively be shut off. If your money's in the bank, it's not yours, it's the bank's, and if your money is always going through the banks via digital transactions and legal tender laws, you never own your money. It's always the bank's, and you're essentially enslaved to the banking system. Centralization is not decentralization. Understanding the difference is incredibly important. You can slaughter a whole bunch of innocent people with a gun. You can also save all those people from being slaughtered with that same gun. The same goes for the blockchain. You can use the blockchain to enslave humanity if centralized, and you can also use the blockchain to save humanity from that which enslaves it if decentralized. So do not falsely correlate digital currency and Bitcoin or blockchain and cryptocurrency or any of the above. They may hold some of the same properties, but they all have different meanings. Stay calm, my friends. This is only the beginning. The big investors are hopping back in. Major companies may start using Bitcoin. The lightweights have been mostly shaken out of the markets. The terrible cryptos with no core fundamentals are hardly hanging on except for a few. The speculation isn't driving the market as much as belief in the core fundamentals. This is a great sign of what's to come. Let us see consolidation and wise investing rather than pets.com type .com bubble nonsense. Study what you're investing in. Do your own due diligence. Be responsible. Don't invest in something just because it's going up in value or it appears to have a cheap price. All I can say is diversify and get the hell out of the bankrupt banking system and the decimated fiat centrally planned system. You want to see a bubble? Check out the Federal Reserve. Check out the bond market. Check out every heavily derivatized, manipulated market surrounding you. Get prepared. Oh, and one more thing. Worried about centralization and censorship on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter? Check out Steemit and DTube, the decentralized blockchain alternatives. Thanks for watching. This is Josh Sigurdsson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
Like what you see here, OM, don't forget to check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon. We can't do it without you. Any donation is very much appreciated, especially as we are so vastly demonetized and censored by YouTube as the ADL comes in and flags all of our content as hate speech. You can also find our Bitcoin address in the description as well as on the screen for you to scan, if you please. And don't forget to find us at Josh Sigurdsson at Steemit.com. That's Steemit.com, the future of social media, where you get paid in the upvote of your post in cryptocurrency, Steem that is. So don't forget to find us there, and until next time, this is Josh Sigurdsson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.